We're back. YouTube, I am proud to say I have returned to the game. It's been 3 long weeks since I've made a YouTube video, and I'm happy to be back. You know, if you're new around here or you've been around here, you know I don't really take 3-week breaks, maybe 2, but 3 weeks near a month, I never do that. So it's not the norm, but I had surgery, had my wisdom tooth removed. It was not a fun experience. But thank God that I'm healing and healed and ready to go. I'm feeling better than ever, really. Quick disclaimer before I begin. Again, this is 100% opinionated. I don't know what else to say. 100% opinionated. I can't think of the word. You know, everyone's going to have a different opinion, different option than I have. You know, this person and that person all going to have different opinions from each other. So, you know, don't be upset if your team stadium is not where you would like it to be. It's just my personal opinion. Again, I have not been to every major league stadium. I've only been to 4 of the California stadiums. I have not been to Oakland. But, yeah, I mean, again, I would like to go to every major league stadium one day. That is 100% the plan and the goal and the dream. Just envisioning myself in the picture, in the seat, saying, okay, what do I think? And on TV, all that good stuff. So, let's get into it. So, leading things off, number 30 for me is Oakland Coliseum. You know, Oakland Coliseum, it's just not good. It's just not good. There's a reason teams are leaving Oakland as a whole. The Warriors left Oakland to San Francisco. The Raiders left Oakland to Las Vegas. It's not by accident. It's because Oakland as a city as a whole is just not maintainable, I guess. It's not going to be here much longer. Number 29, Tropicana Field. Tropicana Field is, again, near the bottom. You know, Tropicana Field. Raised in a new stadium. That's not a prize. They need a new stadium. They're trying to work with Tampa Bay and St. Petersburg to get a new stadium. To get a new stadium in Tampa Bay because they're in St. Pete. Again, I don't know the Florida, you know, map. I don't know, but I do know it's like across the bridge and it's like 30 minutes away from actually Tampa Bay. So, number 28, Guaranteed Rate Field. So the White Sox Guaranteed Rate Field is really just one of the most cookie cutter stadiums in probably Major League Baseball. It's pretty generic. It's pretty boring. There really is nothing special about it. You know, it just feels like dark and just kind of soulless. Besides the candy, you know, the candy on top of the scoreboard, there's really nothing else to write home about. That's why it's at 28. Number 27, Rogers Center. So I picked kind of a bad year to do this, but nonetheless, we're doing it. We could do this again in a couple of years. But as of right now, 2022, Rogers Center is number 27, home of the Blue Jays. They are renovating the stadium, so good to them on that. They will have a whole new like bullpen and outfield seating. I think even a new scoreboard. Nonetheless, home, it's outdated. Number 26, American Family Field, formerly known to me as Miller Park and many others. American Family Field just kind of feels soulless, and that's going to be kind of a theme here at the bottom tier ballparks. Just kind of feel soulless. I know they got the slide out there, Bernie slide, Milwaukee, but you know, another dome stadium just doesn't really do it for me. Baseball is meant to be played outside. Number 25. Lone Depot Park, formerly known as Mullins Park. Again, another dome stadium. This time though, at least you do have kind of a city view of Miami through the windows, and that's kind of cool, I guess. You know, at least you're in Miami. I used to like the fish tank. I don't think they have the fish tank anymore, where there's actually fishes in the backdrop, like actually fishes in the backdrop. But that was really cool. You know, the Marlins, when they first broke in the stadium, number 24, Kauffman Stadium. Kauffman Stadium might be down to its last days. In fact, I believe it is, because the Royals announced that they want to move to downtown and get a brand new ballpark, which I'm not impressed. And I know if the Dodgers ever said, oh, we're getting a new ballpark, I would be very impressed. So I feel for some of you Royals fans if you do like Kauffman Stadium. Next up, Target Field. Target Field is one of the newer stadiums. Target Field in 2010. You know, Target Field is not a bad stadium to say, but to me, I just don't it just kind of feels really corporate-y, if that makes sense. You know, and me personally, I don't like stadiums with third decks in the outfield. Number 22, Fenway Park. Again, this is not a historical ballpark number 1 list. This is just the best ballpark, I believe, in my eyes. And Fenway Park, I get it. It is one of the most historic ballparks. Extra Wrigley Field, obviously, 100 years. But, you know, Fenway Park, I know this is going to hurt a lot of people. I haven't been to Fenway Park. I would love to get to Fenway Park. I heard Boston's a great city. Number 21, Comerica Park. Comerica Park in Detroit. Detroit just feels soulless to me. Whether it's in the winter or the summer, it just feels really soulless to me. But the ballpark isn't too bad itself. You got the Tigers out in left field. You got the car out in center field. I like their outfield and right field. Left field, the outfield is a little bit deep out there at the seating, but I think the fences could be brought in just a little bit because they are a bit far. So if they could bring them in, I think that would be pretty good for the Tigers. Number 20, Globe Life Field. Now I always get mixed up with Globe Life Park and Globe Life Field, but I will not get mixed up anymore. Globe Life Field is the field. Globe Life Park is the actual ballpark, formerly known as the ballpark in Arlington, which is next door to Globe Life Field, which is the new stadium they got, the new dome. They want to call it a barn. I mean, it's really Texas-y, if you could say. But I think Globe Life Field will get better as the years go. Number 19, Wrigley Field. So Wrigley Field beats out Fenway Park. Wrigley Field renovations as well recently. They had a couple new scoreboards just to get some modern technology up in that stadium. But again, Wrigley Field is, with the ivy, it's really iconic, just like Fenway Park. Again, iconic stadiums, but they're just kind of the middle of the road for me. Number 18, Citizens Bank Park. Citizens Bank Park is not a bad ballpark. Again, we're getting into the middle of the road stadiums here. Not bad, they're not amazing in my eyes, but they're good stadiums. Citizens Bank Park, I like the view of Philadelphia. Now they are getting a brand new scoreboard, and that's a theme here going on this offseason. Like, multiple teams are upgrading their scoreboards to bigger and better, I guess. Number 17, Nationals Park. Nationals Park is again one of the newer stadiums, kind of like Citizens Bank Park, circa 2000 or so. The Nationals have a nice ballpark. I enjoy Nationals Park on TV. I picture myself sitting there, I'm saying, okay, I kind of like this. They got a nice scoreboard out in right field. I like the outfield seating out in left field. Nationals Park is, not a bad ballpark. Number 16, Citi Field. So we got 3 NL East stadiums in a row. Citi Field, one of the other stadiums, also upgrading their scoreboard to bigger and better. Again, I'm interested to see how these scoreboards look. The new renovations in other ballparks, as I mentioned previously, how they look. Because who doesn't like new stuff in Major League Baseball, especially with the stadiums? Citi Field, again, my biggest gripe about Citi Field is the upper deck. Number 15, Angel Stadium. So I've been to Angel Stadium. This is the first stadium on my list that I have been to. Angel Stadium, I could tell you about the ins and outs. I like the view. The view isn't too shabby. It's not better than Dodger Stadium. Let me say that right now. It's not better than Dodger Stadium. Not even being biased. It's just not. But it's a great view. I like the view. Stadium itself could use some renovations. Now they did renovate the scoreboard. Now it's the latter half. Starting with number 14, T-Mobile Park, formerly known as Safeco Field, home of the Seattle Mariners. I like the view. It's a dome, but they really never use it as a dome, even though it always rains in Seattle and in the Pacific Northwest. But I feel like I never see it as a dome, only like sometimes. But I like the ballpark. I like a nice view of the city. They are hosting the All-Star game there for a reason next year. It is up to standard. So Safeco Field, T-Mobile Park is number 14. Number 13, Chase Field. Now I really want to get out to Chase Field. Hopefully maybe the WBC or just Dodger game next year. I don't know. But I have not been to Arizona for Chase Field. But I like it. Chase Field, another dome stadium, which is actually not a bad stadium. But again, the Diamondbacks want a new stadium. They have been rumors and whispers of getting a new stadium. I don't know where, but they do want a new stadium because I heard they'd also need renovations. 12, Great American Ballpark. Great American Ballpark. Now, the one thing that the Reds and the Cardinals have in common are the red seats, and to me it's just a little too much red. I'm gonna be honest, it's just not really pleasing to see so much red seats. I get it, they are the Cincinnati Reds, so red seats aren't like crazy or anything, but it is a little bit too much red drowning out, I guess you could say. Number 11, Progressive Field. Progressive Field, like I said before, they got a big scoreboard. I like the big scoreboard. Put Guardians instead of Indians now. And again, the view of the city is nice. I really like the view of the city in that ballpark. Again, they have a fourth deck out there in Cleveland. I would prefer they tear it down. See, if I was commissioner, I would tear down all fourth decks in MLB. Number 10, Camden Yards. I was conflicted of where to put him. I could have put him at 20, could have put him at 15, land in the top 10. Camden Yards lands in the top 10. You know, like the brick wall out there, or brick building, I guess you could say, but it does need renovations. Camden Yard is getting close to renovations, and they did get a renovation in left field, which I do not like. It was like really home run friendly, and now it's not even home run friendly at all. Number 9, Coors Field. I would like to get out to Coors Field. And Rockies have a great stadium. You got the 4th style in center field. They have another 4th deck out there in right field. Even center field, they have a high adjacent like area sitting, but I'm not gonna get too mad about that. But they got a 4th deck out there. It's not as bad as others. They renovated the scoreboard. They got a new scoreboard a few years ago. The NL West has probably the best ballparks. Number 8, Busch Stadium. Again, the only thing I have to say bad about this is just the red seats. There's just so much red. It just drowns out. You know, it's just saturated. But again, you can't really beat the view of the city. You know, you got the arch. You can't really beat that view, and so it just has to be high, just off of that view. I mean, I can just only imagine watching a game there. Has to be amazing. Number 7, Minute Maid Park. Minute Maid Park, I think, is the highest dome stadium on my list. It is the highest at number 7. You know, the roof closed or the roof open, Minute Maid Park shines bright to me. You know, we've gotten really used to watching Minute Maid Park on TV over the last few years, and I like Minute Maid Park. I like watching games at Minute Maid Park, and with the roof open, looks spectacular with the state view. You got the train out there in left field. Number 6, Truist Park, formerly known as SunTrust Park, now Truist Park, the new home of Atlanta Braves, circa 2017. You know, I think the Braves did need a new stadium, even though their previous stadium was like 20 years old, but that stadium was just built bad, really outdated. It got really outdated really fast, and this new stadium is going to stand the test of time. Number 5, Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium, you know, for me, it's just too hard to just put it on a low tier, right? State-of-the-art stadium, and it's the Yankees. It's state of the art. Just imagine the food they got there. I heard the tender buckets are really good, but it's iconic. It's Yankee Stadium. I know it's not the old Yankee Stadium or the original Yankee Stadium, but it's still Yankee Stadium. When you're in Yankee Stadium, you know that you're in history. Number 4, Dodger Stadium. Dodger Stadium, hear me out. Dodger Stadium is a fantastic experience. If you want to get out to Dodger Stadium, I highly suggest you do. Dodger Stadium, you cannot beat that view. It's one of the best views in baseball, which is why I have it at number 4, not number 1. So you guys can't come at me in the comment section saying, "Oh, you're so just Dodger bias, number 1 everything." Dodger Stadium is number 4. Number 3, PNC Park. PNC Park is a highly sought after stadium for a good reason. You got the view of Pittsburgh. It's just right there in your eyes. Clemente Bridge and the Allegheny River. And yeah, I mean, you got it all. You got a river, you got a bridge, you got a city, and then you got trees in the background. Again, I think PNC Park could use a scoreboard update. You know, it's kind of outdated. Last 2 standing are, they are California stadiums. Number 2, Oracle Park. Oracle Park, let me tell you, it's been a long time since I got up there, but when I was up there, it was spectacular. I mean, it was really breathtaking. It seriously was breathtaking. I sat right behind home plate in the upper level, the first row. It was amazing. It was amazing just looking out at the Bay Bridge to the left, which was breathtaking. I can't even explain how beautiful it was. Number 1, topping the list, is Petco Park. You know, I look forward to going to Petco Park every chance I get. You know, just the overall experience. You can't really beat Petco Park. You know, Petco Park, probably the best as far as food options go. I gotta have to do 26 other stadiums, but Petco Park will go toe-to-toe with anybody. They have amazing food. The view of Petco Park and the city is spectacular. I mean, the 360 views are amazing. I love San Diego. I love Petco Park. The Padres got a good one in Petco Park, but the Padres take the cake at number 1 on the stadium ranking, Petco Park. So that is going to do it for this video. MLB Stadium rankings. I will probably have more rankings throughout the offseason. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you want to see more of that. Drop a like, comment, whatever you want to say below. It doesn't hurt me. Just kind of be as nice as possible. But you want to have a debate, in the comment section, and we have a debate. Without further ado, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.